गुरुं दीनतारिणं नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथेरारंभे करि मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरणे हाय विघ्न विनाशन अनायासे हाय निज वांछित पूरन। Today is Mokshada Ekadashi, and it is also the appearance of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. On this day, Lord spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna for the welfare of all the living entities, not for the sake of Arjuna, because Arjuna is the direct associate of Supreme Lord. He does not need to be told that he is Atma, he is not the body. This is not required. But Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat. All the Upanishads are compared to a cow. And Dugdha Gopala Nandana Sarva Upanishado Gavo. All the cows, all the Upanishads, the Vedas, they are compared to the cow. And Dugdha Gopala Nandana, then who is the cowherd boy? Who is the one milking the cow? That is Gopala Nandana. Why not Krishna? Why it is not said Krishna? There is a significance. Gopal means a person who tends the cows. Nandana, his son, means he is an expert. Anyone can milk the cow, but if he is Gopal, the person who is taking care of the cows, then he is an expert. Dugdam Gopalanandana, the son of Gopal, means son of Nanda Maharaj, is the one milking. And Partho Vatsa. Now when the cow has to yield milk, best way is to keep the calf in front of the cow. By seeing the calf, automatically the udders of the cow will become full and automatically milk will come. This motherly affection is there. So, the calf, who is that calf? That calf is Partha. Partho Vatsa. Arjuna is the calf. And Sudhir Bhokta. Dugdam Gitamritam Mihat. And the milkman is Gopal. And the calf is Arjuna. All the Vedas, Upanishads, they are like the cow. Now what will come out of it? Milk. What is that milk? Gitamritam Mahat. The greatest scripture, that is Gitamrita, the nectar of Gita, is the milk. Now milk has come from the cow. Who will drink the milk? Who will drink? Sudhir Bhokta. Sudhi means those who have good intelligence, those who are wise, they are to drink it. So, although it appears that Krishna spoke Gita to Arjuna, it is actually not to drive away the illusion of Arjuna, but it is to drive away the illusion of the living entities like us. So today is that auspicious day on which Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita for the welfare of all the living entities. It is the appearance of Bhagavad Gita today, Mokshada Ekadashi. So on this day we should specially remember the glories of Bhagavad Gita. What are the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? Only then we will be able to respect the scripture properly. Simply having Gita in the house does not mean that we have respect for Gita. We have to understand what are the instructions there. What Krishna is wanting us to do, what is his final instruction to all of us. We have to understand. Then we can say that we have faith in Bhagavad Gita. So in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord gave several instructions, and our most revered Srila Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, on one occasion in Hyderabad, he spoke about the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So that our most revered Gurudev had written in a brief notes of it, and then later he published it. So we will go through that, the lecture of our most revered Param Gurudev, wherein he talks about what are the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is said that there is no scripture required other than Bhagavad Gita. If one has, one has gone through Bhagavad Gita, one has understood the purports of Bhagavad Gita, then there is no need of other scriptures. Kim anyai shastra vistarai. What is the use of other scriptures? Just Bhagavad Gita is enough. So what are the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? We will hear now from revered Param Gurudev. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Parabrahma Shri Krishner Shri Mukhanishrita Vani. Sutrang Apaurushaya Vani. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Parabrahma Shri Krishna. Therefore, those words are transcendental. They are not of this material plane. Bhagavad Gita is not of any material plane, or nor is it a composition by a material person. Prakrita man buddhir sahajye Gitar prakrita artha bodha sambhav nahe. By material mind and intelligence, one cannot understand the purports of Bhagavad Gita. Because in the very beginning it is told that it is transcendental. Mind is material. Intelligence is material. With material mind and intelligence, one cannot understand the transcendental subject matters. Sharanagater hridaye Shri Bhagavan O Shri Bhagavat Kathita Vani Swayam Prakatita Hoya Thakyan. Then how to understand? My mind is material. My intelligence is material. Then what is the process to understand the teachings of Bhagavad Gita? Srila Param Gurudev is telling, only by submission. In the heart of a surrendered soul, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita or the words of the Lord will become manifest. They will descend. It is not a process from bottom to top. That's a process from top to bottom. It has to descend. It has to come down. I cannot understand by my intelligence. So, it will get revealed in the heart of a surrendered soul. Asharanagata vyakti prakrito abhigyaner sahaje aroha panthai Sri Bhagavat Tattva upalabdhi kurate parenna. A person who is not surrendered or an unsurrendered soul, by his material worldly experience or knowledge, through the process of ascension, cannot understand the ontological truths of Supreme Lord. First, you have to understand the speaker. Then what he is speaking you will understand. If you have no knowledge of the speaker, then how can you understand his words? Like mother is telling to the child, it's better that you die. Okay, sometimes mother tells out of motherly affection, not she is cursing, So why did I bring you up to see this? Sometimes out of affection and love. Mother says, in India it is there, maybe in your country it is not there. No? I should have killed you in my womb itself. Not like this. So, it's not said in your countries. Now, when they come and they see that an Indian mother is speaking to the child like this, oh, what kind of mother is this? She has no love, she has no affection. Useless. Indian mothers are useless. But the conclusion is wrong. It's not the right conclusion because she is telling it out of extreme affection to the child. A mother cannot think of killing her own child. Never ever. But this is affection. These are words of affection. Radharani is sometimes telling, why did I love you at all? To get this kind of pain. Well, it does not mean that she is in pain or she does not love Krishna, but it is out of affection, it's out of compassion. So the thing is that a person, if a person does not understand the speaker, they will not be able to understand the words of the speaker also. That is why it's being told that Bhagavad Tattva Upalabdhi, one cannot understand the truths about the Lord, the ontological truth about the Lord is not understood by material knowledge, by material experience, by the process of ascension. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyo na medhaya na bahuna shrutena yamaiveshe vrinite tena labhya tasyaisha atma vrinite tanum swam. Oh, I have a lot of scriptural knowledge. I have gone through so many scriptures. My intelligence is very sharp. I can tell in Bhagavad Gita 6.45 verse, this is spoken in the chapter 7, verse number 22, this being spoken. My intelligence is very sharp. I have gone through several scriptures. I can speak very nicely about Atma Tattva. But I will not be revealed to him. I will not get revealed to him. A person who has got good intelligence, good knowledge of the scriptures, and very good speaker, eloquent speaker, very nicely he speaks, but I will not be attained by him. Then, Yamaiveshe vrinite tena labhyaha, on whom I shower mercy, they can get me. Others cannot. Whom will the Lord shower mercy upon? Those who are surrendered. Lord's mercy is there equally on everyone. But the surrendered can take it and the unsurrendered cannot. Like a child, if he complains, mother is not loving me, mother does not love me, mother does not have love for me. No, mother's love is equal on all the children. Mother has 2, 3, 4 children. She has equal love on all of them. But if one child says, no, mother does not love me, she is always chastising me. She does not, she is not caring for me. It is wrong. It's the wrong understanding of the child. He has not understood what mother's love is. But what can a mother do for that? In a similar manner, the Lord's mercy is there equally on all the living entities. Some can understand, some can accept, some cannot. So, here, the Lord showers mercy on those who are surrendered to Him, and only they can understand the Supreme Lord. Paramatma Tattva Vagmita Medha Shastra Gyaner Dwara Labhya Hoina Sharanagati Dwara Labhya Hoy. Only by surrender one can get the Supreme Lord. Shri Gita Vakta Shri Krishna, and Gita is spoken by Shri Krishna. Vaktar Hridaye jini jotata pravesh korte paren tini totata vaktavya vishay sambandhe tahar hridgata bhav bujite samarthahan. To the degree one can enter into the heart of the speaker, to that degree he will be able to understand what his speech is, or what is the meaning of his speech. First you have to understand the author or the speaker. How much of understanding you have about the heart of the speaker. As I said just now, an example of a mother speaking like this, whether we have understood the heart of the mother or not. If we have not understood the heart of that mother, then we cannot understand the speech of the mother also, or any person for that matter. So, our most revered Bharati Maharaj, he gave an example one time, that I was passing through one village or one place for preaching program, and I saw that one middle-aged man is beating his child. There is a child and he is beating him. So I got compassion on the child. Why is this person beating the child so mercilessly? I went to separate those two guys. The child was separated from that elderly person, and then I chastised. Why are you so merciless on this particular child? What has he done to you? What harm has he done? He is innocent. Why are you beating him like this? Then that man told, Maharaj, this child is my own child. He has stolen money from the neighbor's house, and if I don't chastise him today, if I don't beat him today, then tomorrow he'll become a big thief. He doesn't study properly, I have to chastise him. If I don't do this, then he will become a mischievous person. Then Maharaj told, I was mistaken. I thought that this fellow is beating a child uselessly and mercilessly. But no, it is out of affection he is beating. So unless until we understand what is the purpose or what is the relation and what is the heart of the person doing this activity, we will not be able to understand his activity and his words also. Therefore, our Param Gurudev is telling that to the degree one has entrance into the heart of Krishna, who can enter into the heart of Krishna? Anyone and everyone. Whom will you open your heart to? Only those who have faith, those whom you have trusted, or those who have a lot of trust in you. Only to them you will open your heart. So, karmis, jnanis, yogis, they are only telling, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. What kind of faith is there? You are repeatedly going and only asking. What will you get? If you simply submit, then even if you don't ask, the master will automatically give. But if you ask, he will not. Not in the today world, not in an ideal world, not in a non-ideal world like this, but in an ideal world, you don't have to ask. You just go on performing service. Our Guru Maharaj used to say, even a merciless person, even a person who has no mercy, even his heart will get melted. Oh, this fellow is doing a lot of things. I am not giving anything to him. Let me give something to him. So automatically that mercy will come when one performs service. So to the degree one has submission, to that degree one can enter into the heart, and to that degree one can understand the speaker, about the heart of the speaker of Bhagavad Gita. ऐकांतिक शरणागत भक्त श्री कृष्ण प्रीत्यानुशीलने द्वारा श्री कृष्ण हृदय प्रवेश करें. A one-pointed devotee, one-pointed surrendered devotee, by following the or by performing activities for the pleasure of Krishna, will be able to enter into the heart of Krishna. भक्तिर तारतम्य हेतु श्री कृष्ण हृदये प्रवेशेर तारतम्य अनुसारे श्री भगवद्वाणी बोधेर तारतम्य होइया थाके. Because there are different degrees of devotees. Their entry into the heart of Krishna is also of different degrees, and therefore the same instructions of Gita will be understood by different devotees in different way. It is the same instruction, but each devotee, I am talking about devotee, Param Gurudev is talking about devotee only. Each devotee understand the instructions of Bhagavad Gita as per his submission or as per the degree of his entrance into the heart of Krishna. That is why, if there are different commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Several commentaries have been written, but not all commentaries are same. Even different persons have given, within the devotees itself, different persons have given commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Even they are also not the same. If you pick up the commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baldev Vidyabhushan, the commentaries are right up there in the highest grade. Everyone is giving commentary, but how much entrance one has into the Krishna Tattva, to that degree one will be able to understand. Shri Krishner vividh raser bhaktaganer madhye brajagopigан सर्वोत्तम सूत्रांग ताहारा किंवा ताहादेर किंकर व किंकरीगण श्री कृष्णेर हृदयेशेर अंतरतम स्थले आविष्ट प्रविष्ट हइया अतिशय गोप्य भाव समूह हृदयंगम करिते पाराय श्री कृष्ण कथार गूढ़ तात्पर्य सर्वापेक्षा अधिक बुझिते समर्थ एवं त्रिभुवन पवित्रकारी श्री कृष्ण कथा गान करिते ताहारई अधिकारी. Because the gopis are the topmost servants and the dearmost servants of Krishna, they or their followers, their servants, the maid servants of the gopis, they have the entrance into the deepest core of the heart of Krishna, and thus their understanding about the instructions of Sri Krishna are, and suddenly, while speaking about that, Krishna says, Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam proktam. No, not that. What is that verse in the 10th chapter? He talks about the I'm forgetting the verse. If I don't speak the verse, I cannot properly explain what I wanted to say. There it says, the meaning of the verse is that the Lord is telling that the highest opulence, that my devotees are worshipping me in great attachment. He talks about, if I remember the verse, it will be very nice, but I'm really unfortunate, I'm not remembering it now. So there, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary that here Krishna is talking about the Brajavasis, where Krishna is talking about the opulences, suddenly he talks about, the about the rasa, about, the divyam. You are, purna purusha, you are complete. Shashvatam, eternal. Divyam, you are, transcendental. Adidevam, you are the Adideva, you are the source of everyone else. You are the primeval God. Ajam, you have no birth. Vibhum, you have many, many opulences. Very nice. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, because in the previous 2-3 verses, Krishna is talking, while talking about the opulences, the greatest opulence of Krishna is the Brajavasis. So when he is talking about the prem of Brajavasis, he has entered into a trance. Therefore, Arjuna had to bring him back into the opulent mode by telling that Param Brahma Param Dhama, you are supreme, your abode is supreme, you are transcendental, you are the controller, you are the master. Where Krishna is talking about the Braja Prema, suddenly, Arjuna is bringing him back to opulence, because if Krishna enters into Braja Prema in a Kurukshetra war, then the war will not happen. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary says, what is the purpose of suddenly Arjuna breaking the speech of Krishna? An ordinary person would have given commentary like this. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, because he is in the mode of the Gopi Prem, or the in the servant of, the gopis, he could enter so much into the Bhagavad Gita, and thus he could, give commentary in that way. That is why gopis are the supreme worshippers. Therefore, their understanding of the instructions of Krishna are the topmost, or the deepest. And their singing of the glories of Krishna are the purifiers of all three worlds. Means, when gopis talk about the glories of Krishna, that will, purify all the living entities. When a person who is not surrendered speaks about Krishna, it's a story. It's some time pass, some engagement. But it will not purify as much when the gopis does that, because their submission, their entry into the deepest core of Krishna is the topmost. Asharanagata abhakter nikat shastrartha sampurna aprakashito. A person who has not submitted, a non-devotee, to him the purports of the scriptures are completely, misunderstood or not understood by such person. Not manifest. Prakrita buddhi dwara tahara shastrer bahya maika dikta anubhav koren matra. They could only understand by they have some material intelligence, they have knowledge of the Sanskrit language, they have knowledge of, Bengali language. So with that material knowledge, they understand the instructions of the Lord superficially, outside. Just like a parrot is also speaking Krishna, Krishna, save me, save me. There is one story. A hunter, a sadhu comes to the birds. The birds are aggrieved that the person, the hunter, whom we call the one who catches the birds, is a hunter. He spreads the net and then they are caught in the net. What is he called? Hunter only?
Bird catcher.
Bird catcher. So the birds, they approach Sadhu. Sadhu Baba, please tell. We want, we are, and this hunter comes and he, is taking away our family. Then Sadhu tells, he is giving instruction. Shikar aayega, hunter will come. Jal bichhayega, he will spread the, net. Fasna nahi, don't get caught. So he told, you should remember this. शिकार आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसना नहीं. Hunterman will come, he will spread the, what do you call, net, don't get caught. So all the birds, this is the mantra given by sadhu. शिकार आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसना नहीं. All the birds, they started by hearting. शिकार आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसना नहीं. शिकार आएगा, जाल बिछाएगा, फंसना नहीं. You understand Hindi, right? Hunterman will come, he will spread the net, don't get caught. They have nicely memorized this. Now Hunterman has come, he has spread the net, again they were caught. Why? Because they only memorized. They have not understood what it means. Simply by memorizing, simply by speaking nicely, having good knowledge, one cannot, understand the purports of it. One should have Sharanagati. So we are like that. Oh, every day I am going through Bhagavad Gita. Every day I read Bhagavad Gita. Our Guru Maharaj used to say there is one fellow in Phoenix who met Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj spoke on Bhagavad Gita and one fellow came. Swamiji, I go through Bhagavad Gita every day, unfailingly. And without going through Bhagavad Gita, I don't even take my first sip of tea or coffee. I don't do anything other than, I don't do anything before going through Bhagavad Gita. Then Guru Maharaj said, I appreciated him. That even in our country, we don't find a person who goes through Bhagavad Gita so religiously every day. I was satisfied. Very nice. In foreign country, there are some persons who honor Bhagavad Gita so much, faith in Bhagavad Gita so much. I appreciated him. So the Harikatha was over. Actually, this was happening when Guru Maharaj was walking, the program was over. And Guru Maharaj was walking on the street and he came running and told, Swamiji, I go through Bhagavad Gita every day. Very nice. Swamiji, although I go through Bhagavad Gita every day, I don't believe that Krishna is God. Guru Maharaj said, what is this? He is a great diplomat. He is a great politician. He is a superman. Superhuman. But I don't believe that he is God. Then Guru Maharaj said, I am on the streets, walking for the next program or away from that place. I cannot explain him 1 hour, 2 hours on the street. So I simply asked him, you are telling that you go through Bhagavad Gita every day. Now, where in Bhagavad Gita the Lord told that he is a superhuman, he is a diplomat, he is a politician? Because you are going through Gita every day, I want evidence from Bhagavad Gita only to substantiate what you are telling. Please tell me. Any verse is there? No verse is there. There is no verse where Krishna is telling that I am greatest politician, I am greatest diplomat, I am a superhuman. He is nowhere telling this. But Janma Karma Chame Divyam, I am transcendental, I am spiritual, I am supreme. Mattah Parataram na anyat kinchit asti. There is nothing superior to me. Mai sarvamidam protam sutre mani. I am just like, everything is nicely weaved around me. I am just like a thread that, stitches all the pearls together. So he is telling this in Bhagavad Gita that I am all in all. Just the opposite of what you are telling of diplomat, politicians. They are all materialistic. But Krishna is telling I am spiritual. Therefore, simply by going through Bhagavad Gita every day does not mean that we are devotees. It does not mean that we are surrendered. It does not mean that we have understood what Krishna is telling. Simply by going through Bhagavad Gita, no. कर्तृत्व अभिमानेर द्वारा पांडित्येर द्वारा ताहारा बद्ध जीवेर मोहनकारी बहु प्रकार शास्त्रार्थ करिलेও उहा स्वकपोल कल्पित हवाय कखनो वास्तव मंगलप्रद হয় না. Because they are not surrendered, because they are not devotees, with their intelligence, whatever commentaries they might give, whatever speech they might give on Bhagavad Gita will not be beneficial for them nor for those who are going through their commentaries. So, asharanagata, those who are unsurrendered, non-devotees, their purports on Bhagavad Gita are not beneficial for their own self nor for others. Shri Gita Shastre Parabrahma Shri Krishnai Paratama Tattva Rupe Nirupit Hoyyachan. In Gita, Krishna is establishing, it is established that Krishna is the supreme God. There is no God superior to him. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Just now whatever we spoke, there is nothing superior to me. Guru Maharaj used to say M capital. Because me is not ordinary person. The M, that the one who is telling me is not ordinary person. He is Krishna. Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya avyaya asya cha. I am the source of the Brahman. Amrita avyaya. Amrita means eternal. And avyaya means inexhaustible. I am that. Shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasaikantikasya cha. Shashvatasya, and I am eternal. I am the topmost religion. Sukhasya aikantikasya, I am the source of complete bliss. The Lord is telling this. The Lord is telling that I am eternal, I am complete blissful entity, the absolute reality, all in all. This is what Lord is telling. Now after going through Gita, if we understand that Krishna is a diplomat, then we have not gone through Gita at all. Aham hi sarvayagyanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. He is telling that I am the enjoyer of all activities. Aham hi sarvayagyanam. Whatever yajna, whatever sacrifice, whatever penance, whatever charity, donation, any activity done, I am the enjoyer of that. And I am the master. Yasmat ksharam atito aham aksharadapi cha uttamah atoasmi loke vede cha pratitah Purushottamah. I am the Purushottama and I am beyond all the mortal things. Ksharam muditam. I am beyond this mortal plane. Nothing of this material world can touch me. I am beyond. Sarvasvachaham hridi sannivishto mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesha sarvairahameva vedyo vedantakrit vedavid chaham. And I am sitting in the heart of all the living entities. And from me comes remembrance. From me comes forgetfulness. And I am to be known from all the Vedas. In fact, I am the compiler of the Vedas. I am the knower of the Vedas. So what is outside him? The knowledge given, the knowledge that is there, that's also within Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Vedas have come from Krishna. I am reading the Vedas and not able to recognize Krishna. What kind of understanding or what kind of reading is this? Everything is coming from the Lord. Even the Vedas. Tvamaksharam param veditavyam tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam tvamavyayah shashvata dharma gopta sanatanastam purusho mato me. And tvam aksharam paramam, again he is telling that I am aksharam. I am not fallible. I am not the one who is belonging to this material world. Paramam, supreme. Veditavyam tvamasya, and I am to be known. I am the person to be known by everyone. This is what Krishna is giving instructions in the Bhagavad Gita. Tvamadidevam purusham puranam tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam vettasi vedancha vedyancha parancha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamanastap Anantarupa Tvamadidevam, and he is the Adideva, he is the primeval God. Purusham, he is the supreme enjoyer. Puranam, he is the oldest. Vishwasya Param Nidhanam, he is existing beyond the Vishwa, this material plane. Vettasi Vedyancha, I am the one to be known and I am the knower of everything. He is not telling everyone knows everything. I am the knower of everything and I am the only one to be known by everyone. So many places the Lord is telling that He is all in all. He is the Supreme. इत्यादि गीतार बहुश्लोक श्री कृष्ण के ही परतम तत्व रूपे सुनिश्चित भावे निर्देश करे. In this manner, there are several evidence in Bhagavad Gita that substantiate that Krishna is the only Supreme Lord. After going through Bhagavad Gita, if one comes to understanding that, oh, Durga is also worshipable, oh, Ganesh is also worshipable, Shiva is also worshipable, they are the same, then we have actually not read Gita. There are so many persons in India you can find. They say we are reading Gita every day. Whom do you worship? Oh, Kali. What reading is it? If you are worshipping, if you have read Gita truly, then you should have understood that everyone is coming from Krishna. Tvamadi Devam, he is Adideva, primeval God, God of all gods. All the gods are coming from him. Simply, we are doing an academic study. There are also researchers who are doing research on Bhagavad Gita. You can see so many theses that got printed on Bhagavad Gita. Academic study. What is the conclusion? Atheist. He became an atheist. What kind of reading is that? Time and tide wait for none. जीवेर स्वरूप संबंधे बोलते गया गीता शास्त्र उहा के श्री कृष्णेर पराशक्ति संभूत अंश रूपे निर्देश करियाछेन. सूत्रांग जीव स्वरूपतः श्री कृष्णेर नित्यदास. And when it is talked about, the speaker of Gita, the original God, it is Krishna, then who are we? What is our connection with him? Then Gita talks about who we are. We are coming from the external, the marginal potency of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Sri Krishner Parashakti Sambhuta Ansha Rupe, we are the part of the potency. So, therefore, the potency has to work for the possessor of the potency. The energy should work for the energetic. My energy works for me. I earn money for me and whom I think belonging to me. I am not earning money for my neighbors. Isn't it? Anyone who is earning money for the neighbors or for the surrounding persons? No. My energy works for me. Similarly, Supreme Lord's energy should work for him. I am the part of the potency of Supreme Lord, means I am eternal servant of Supreme Lord. This is also said in Bhagavad Gita. Bhumiraponalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtata apareyam itratastu anyam prakritim vidhime param jivabhutam mahabaho yayadam dharyate jagat. So, Param Gurudev is giving evidence that everything that you see in this material world has emanated from me. All the material things, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, it has come from me. Now beyond this is something called Atma, spirit, soul, that also has emanated from me. Mamaivansho Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana Shri Bhagavaner अपराशक्तिर आट्टी वैभव क्षिति अप तेज मरुत व्योम मन बुद्धि अहंकार उहार अपर नाम अज्ञान शक्ति व माया शक्ति. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. I am just running because time is up. I am just rushing through. I have to go there also. So all these are the external potencies of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Mayabadda Jeev श्री भगवाने प्रसन्न होइले मायार कबल होइते प्रपन्न होइले मायार कबल होइते मुक्ति लाभ करिया थाके. The living entity who is bound by the illusory potency of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, when takes shelter of Supreme Lord, then he will be removed out of his bondage. Devi yesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mam eva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. So my maya is very difficult to overcome. Anyone who submits to me, I shall, liberate them or deliver them from the maya. गीता शास्त्रे जीवेर अधिकार अनुसारे कर्म ज्ञान योग भक्ति प्रभृति विविध साधन पथेर कथा उपदिष्ट हইলেও निरपेक्ष भावे विचार करले देखा जाए चरमे भक्ति उद्दिष्ट हইয়াছে. Now in Bhagavad Gita one goes through and understands that karma is topmost, karmanyeva adhikaraste. Lord told we have to do karma. Someone say he talked about jnana. Yes, he talked about karma, he talked about jnana, he talked about yoga, he talked about bhakti. So one may say, anything is okay because Lord has told you can do karma, you should do karma. So I am doing karma marga. Why are you telling I am wrong? Jnani says that I am also doing the right thing because it is the Lord who has given it. Yes, it is true, but if you see ultimately it has been shown that bhakti is topmost. Now, like a parent or someone is giving an option, if you eat this, it will be bitter. If you eat this, it will be sour. And this is sweet. What do you want to eat? Now, a person who has liking for sweet, it is relative, I know. In this material world, everything is relative. You may say, I don't prefer sweets. I will eat the sour thing or, chili thing, like this boy might not prefer sweets. But the thing is that if you see the gradations and if you have liking for sweets, then that child will say, I want sweet, not all these things. In a similar manner, the Lord has given options. There is karma marga, there is jnana marga, there is dhyana marga, there is bhakti marga. But ultimately he says, bhakti is topmost. যে স্থলে কর্মের প্রশংসা করা হইয়াছে একটু ভালো করিয়া লক্ষ্য করিলে দেখা যাইবে চরমে শ্রী ভগবদ উদ্দেশ্যে কর্ম করতেই প্রেরণা দেওয়া হয়. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोकोयम कर्मबंधनात् तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचार. Now if you go through the section where Krishna talks about karma, ultimately after speaking about karma, ultimately he says that you should perform karma for me. He is telling karma, talked about karma, but he ultimately said you should perform karma for me. What does it mean? Bhakti. Performing karma for Krishna means what? For bhakti. Anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanat. If you do otherwise, it will be cause of bondage. If you work for me, that is the topmost. If you work for anything other than my pleasure or my purpose, it will be cause of bondage. Which means in karma marga is ultimately bringing us to bhakti. Sarva karma dahanakari jnana yoger prachur prashansa koriya charme vasudeve prapattir janna prerana deva hoiyache. And jnana has been established to be superior to karma. It has been told, through jnana, all the karmas will be burnt to ashes. He has established the supremacy of jnana over karma. But ultimately he says, even in the jnana marga, that a person who has surrendered to Vasudeva, that jnani is topmost. Example, Bhunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. After many births, a jnani, a person who is well established in knowledge, will submit to me. Which means, he who has submitted to the Supreme Lord is topmost jnani. Which means, devotion. Shri Krishna Swayami Tulana Mulak Vichar Pradarshan Korea देखाइयाचेन तपस्वी कर्मी और ज्ञानी अपेक्षा जोगी श्रेष्ठ एवं सर्व प्रकार जोगीगण अपेक्षाओं Krishna Bhakta Sarvottam. And in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Tapasvapi adhiko yogi, karmibhyopi matodhika, jnanibhyopi adhiko yogi, tatsmad yogi bhavarjuna. And he is telling that, above tapasvi is a yogi, a person who is performing penances. A yogi is superior to that performer of penances. Superior to karmi is also yogi. And that yogi is even superior to a jnani. Therefore, my dear Arjuna, become yogi. He is talking about karma, he is talking about jnana, now he is talking about yogi. That become that yogi. A yogi is superior to karmi or jnani or a tapasvi. And then he says, yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmanah shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo matah. And among all the yogis, yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmanah. Those who meditate upon me within the heart, he is supreme yogi. What does it mean? Bhakti. So, he is talking about karma, taking to bhakti. He is talking about jnana, taking to bhakti. He is talking about yoga, taking to bhakti. Therefore, our Param Gurudev is telling that the essence of Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. Or the teachings of Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. Gitae sarvagyohitam upadesheu charme Shri Bhagavat Sharanapatti upadeshta hoiyache sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami mashucha. And when he is talking about the most secret of all the instructions, Arjuna, if you have not understood what I have spoken so far, now this is my topmost instruction to you. What is that? Give up everything, surrender to me. So, ultimately, Krishna is talking about bhakti only in the entire of Bhagavad Gita. So, it is told the teaching or the essence of Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. So, a person who is actually surrendered to sadhus or devotees, they can understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita. As much entry one has into the heart of Krishna, so much we will be able to understand the inner significance of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. Paramaraditam Patita Pavana Shtotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishtham Vishnupad Paramamsa Shtotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Shla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Jai Shri Shri Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Jai Shri Shri Bhagavad Gita Jayanti Utsav ki jai. जय श्री श्री मोक्षदा एकादशी तिथिवरा की जय. एकादशी तिथिवर पालनकारी भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.